Hello and welcome to a short introduction to Peregrine Flow. So to play around with Peregrine Flow, you just need to enter the domain flow.peregrine.ai. So as soon as you enter the domain, all you see is already existing templates, and if you are logged in, you would see your potential set it up projects. So let's start with the template, the Peregrine anonymization template, to give you a short introduction how Peregrine Flow works. So as soon as you open the project, so you will see a flow graph which will show or describe your computer vision pipeline. In this example, we have an input node, which is a media reader, which reads some media file, in this case an MP4 file. Then we have an anonymization node created by us, where you can detect region of interest for sensible data like faces and license plates. And in the next step, we are using the detected region of interest to kind of blur them and obfuscate them. And last, we want to visualize the outcome of the pipeline. So to run this workflow, you just need to click on Run Workflow. And the good thing about this in Peregrine Flow is you would have directly live feedback of the media pipeline. So this has also additional advantages, meaning you could change properties during the runtime without waiting until some cloud is processing this pipeline for you. So let's assume I want to run the workflow and I check the blur mode from pixelate to blur, so then you will directly have the feedback. We could also check this or change it to rectangular, so you directly see the outcome of certain property changes. So you can also play around with your own data. The media reader does not only provide you the options to work on our provided data, but you also can use, for instance, data which exists in the internet. Here I have an MP4 file which is stored at pexels.com, and I want to run the anonymization on this content. So I just pasted URL. So now what I directly see is that my selected properties are not sufficient for this specific use case. So what I can do now is just increase the blur intensity to fit to my problem. So, but again, I could also just select another pixelation approach, which might be more harsh and creates better results in this example. But yeah, this is up to you what you select here. Besides the besides the data from the internet, you can again select the media reader and upload your own data. Let's assume I have an image on my system and I want to upload this image. All I need to do is drag the image here, so it's now uploaded and I can run it again. And now it also works on local data. This is also true, for instance, for this video file, which I'm now uploading to a temporary folder, which will be deleted after 24 hours. So then as soon as I click Run Workflow, the engine is executing the pipeline on my uploaded video. Okay, so this is the simple workflow, but you also have the opportunity to kind of extend the existing pipeline. Let's assume I want to also detect or visualize the detected regions, and I want to display this image as well. So what I can do is I just select the node and I say, okay, I have this object detection 2D result. I want to visualize it. I just start dragging or branching the node, and now I can select draw bounding box 2D. And in the next step, I just want to visualize this, meaning I select image view. So when I run it again, I directly see the detected region of interest. And again, it's also a property which I can easily change during runtime to see how certain property changes. For instance, I enabled the scores, which give you some kind of confidence, and the class names which were detected. Okay, in the next example, I would like to stack the images and save them to a video file. So in the free version, meaning in the non-registered scope as a guest user, you're not allowed to select the nodes. You have just a limited set of nodes to play around, but you don't have the opportunity to store the videos. So as soon as you log in, you will have additional nodes. So I will do this in a sec. So now I'm logged in. Okay, so now I'm an official user and my node scope really increased here. So now I have way more nodes available. So again, I want to stack the images, and let's delete this image and let's delete this connection here. And I want to stack them. Here we have a module called the image stacker, and this image stacker by default requires 2 elements. So now I have 2 images and I want to stack them not left to right but top to bottom. And all I want to do in the first iteration is to visualize this. So I connect this and rerun my workflow, and now I have the stacked images top in the top bottom arrangement. Okay, cool. So the last step I want to provide, or the last step I want to show you here, is that we can also create or write this to a file. So now we have this preview video writer, and let's say I want to, so this is default storing the data in your home folder. So let's say I want to call it top bottom anon. So okay, so now I have this, I gave it a file name, I run it, and in background now the images which we are getting displayed here are directly written to a media file, in this case an MP4 file. So for this purpose of this demo, so we can stop it. So now the video is written. So to access the video, we have now this file manager available here, and here the video file exists. It's a top bottom anon group, and I can easily download it. So now it's downloaded, and as soon as I want to review it, I just click on it and I see now the stored or the visualized video, which I now can reuse for my certain problems or just share it around and do whatever I want to do. A last thing, as soon as you're logged in, as I've mentioned before, and you now has also a private user space, meaning you can upload data to this user space. And let's say I want to upload this image. I open this image, so the image is now uploaded, and again I just need to select the image. I can remove the video reader because for the image it makes no sense, and now I just click on run workflow, and here we are. Now I executed the workflow on uploaded data, which lives now on this file system, on the remote file system. And that's it. That's how Peregrine Flow works and how you can set up easy pipelines and play around on your own data in a fast way, hopefully.